To the people who have been around the channel for the past 4 years, you know that it is a custom of mine to make the annual Mega Man Legends 3 video, a video that before it talks about me wanting the infamous Capcom IP to make a return in some way, shape, or form, which naturally, you know I want it to be a thing. It's been a long time for Mega Man Voltman to get the hell out of the freaking moon. Somebody has to get my homeboy out of there, come on. But what makes this video different from the others this year is that I actually feel a lot more confident to expressing my thoughts about Legends 3, given how much Mega Man content we have gotten over those years, despite me making a video about whether or not Mega Man is dead. In terms of what we know so far with that idea in mind, I think it is safe to assume that it's not a bad idea to want to express the possibilities of Mega Man Legends 3 returning. After all, with the legacy collections that have been releasing and the resurgence of Mega Man being in the conversation start of Capcom's front, with or without the need for new games like Mega Man 11 for example, the Blue Bomber is in a state where people are getting to know him a lot better. That said, with that idea and also the possibility of 2 more legacy collections, which undoubtedly they are happening, Mega Man Legends and Star Force Legacy Collections, they're gotta be a thing, and there's no way Capcom won't make them, especially when you consider the fact that recently they did finish compiling the entire Ace Attorney franchise now into one nice little box thanks to the release of the Apollo Justice trilogy. A collection to cover for another day, but the fact that I'm even bringing it up in the first place really says a lot in terms of what I want for Mega Man moving forward. Yet, what does that have to do with Mega Man Legends specifically? I would say it's probably because I can see Capcom wanting to bring back older titles that were once beloved by many people back in the late 90s to early 2000s, and seeing the legacy collections kind of prove that to a degree. And with the fact that people really want a Mega Man Legends 3, I think it's evident that Capcom should at least try and do something for the Mega Man fans in that regard. Another reason for the annual Mega Man Legends 3 video is also to demonstrate what could be this fabled entry should Capcom take the consideration to make it. Unlike my other times of speaking about Legends 3, I never actually thought about the ideas of how the game could be constructed besides just giving us the usual Legends treatment of a Zelda-esque action-adventure game. Most of my time reflecting and looking back on those videos was just about bringing back Legends 3 in the way that they were already going to do it back on the 3DS in 2011, but I never really stopped and wondered how they could make the game fit for the modern consoles of today. So what that meant on my end was to actually take my time and really demonstrating the prospects of how Legends 3 can be received from a modern audience standpoint, as well as the gameplay structure that would suit the spin-off as well as cater to that larger audience. Which meant on my end having to do a lot of critical thinking and obviously ass pulling assumptions on how to make a video game, so I guess my perfect Sonic game brain rot didn't go away. By the way, you should totally check that video out whenever you can. Because we do have footage of what Legends 3 was going to be like, this does make this video a lot easier in the construction department and in terms of asking if it to be brought back. Should Capcom want to make Legends 3 of course, and are either currently making it and keeping a fucking tight lip about it, whatever the case, I just hope the ideas that I bring can come to light by the end of it. One of those ideas happens to be art direction, where if you've known me at all, be it on Twitter or here on YouTube, I am an absolute sucker for when it comes to games having a very well articulated vision in their artwork and direction. Some of my favorite games are visual marvels such as Persona 5 and how the art style really complements the catchy elements of the RPG system it implemented that were also translated very well into Persona 3 Reload that recently released. There's also the cell shading that worked wonders with the 3D translation of Nomura's artwork for Neo The World Ends With You, and how the visuals really popped whenever you're traveling either in the overworld or in those combat scenarios, which I happen to find those moments very cool. Oh, and how in Wind Waker, be it either the HD on the Wii U or back on the GameCube, I always liked the cartoon approach they went with Zelda this time around and how it made the world even more enjoyable to experience the more you played. Or how in recent memory with Super Mario Wonder doing such an absolutely great job with its stunning visuals and character models that somehow reflect the old Nintendo 64 artwork, there's just something so appealing to the eyes when it comes to good art direction. With Mega Man Legends 3 here, we could very well see the original art style of those games flourish today, but I wouldn't mind if they went a step further in their presentation. I personally would want them to do what Capcom has done with the Monster Hunter story games, where the anime art direction is there and translated beautifully when rendered in 3D. I believe that the people involved in those games should really help out on the art direction for Legends 3, should they make a Legends 3, because it creates a visually stunning look to the game as well as keeping it on brand with its anime-esque nature. And that was something that was so well loved about Legends 2, with how anime like the game felt with its cutscenes and Voltnut as a character, so this surely would help them take it a step further in that aspect. But even if you aren't that much of a fan of art style, then gameplay is obviously something too that I think is more up your alley, since we are talking about a video game here, and Legends 3 should take a lot of notes from both its predecessors as well as what other games have done so far. So the first thing that came into my head when I was writing the notes for this and scripting it out was making the game open world, or at the very least open zone like that of Sonic Frontiers and Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now I know that the consensus with open world games is that it's everywhere nowadays, which I can't blame you because I too have become bored of them, but I think Legends 3 can greatly benefit from it. Because the Legends games were always action adventure, I think building a larger world map that is connected similar to how Final Fantasy VII Rebirth made its map would allow for greater fun to be had in terms of the world of Mega Man Legends. And you know what? I felt like that was the intention the more I look back at the early footage of the 3DS teaser, where it did feel larger in scope in terms of what they wanted to do. Capcom clearly wanted this to be an adventure worth being a part of, and with the open concept design, open world or not, I think it's something worth taking advantage of. Plus, it would be killer as hell to see Mega Man Voltnut roaming around some cool cities and locales that may have some hidden treasures to collect and conspiracies to unravel, because that was one of the reasons why Legends was so revered as a spin-off. It was something different in the gameplay department that wasn't a platformer, and it delivered extremely well, or at least at the time and to my knowledge. The 10 controls are obviously still something that I don't think have a lot of fond memories with people who have played this game, and I hope they do change that for a more fluid design for the supposed Legends 3 that we are talking about here. And characters, well, there's nothing really much to say about them other than just obviously give us the characters that were teased, because goddamn man, seeing those designs were incredible and they fit so well with the aesthetic of Legends that it sucks how they're either scrapped or in major purgatory state with the whole Mega Man Legends shebang. I would love to see them thrive and be a part of the Mega Man world, and it would be really cool to see how much they could be tied into the story and their involvement with Mega Man Voltnut and Roll. Those two's relationship was pretty cool to see in the original games, and the Bond family too, of how much of a mess they were creating that Mega Man obviously had to clean up from time to time. Legends 3 would obviously give us more of that, and hopefully some resolution between Mega Man and Tron Bond, because clearly they have feelings for each other, so just make up and kiss already, damn it. Oh, sorry, Ro, I forgot you had feelings for him too. That being said, there isn't a lot that I can say I would want Capcom to bring back either, because unlike my Sonic video, I don't want to create this Mega Man Legends 3. I just want Capcom to know how much we really want it. It's been close to 13 years now since that teaser, and while most of the people who were working on that entry are no longer a part of Capcom, I still believe they can make it happen. No, I've seen it happen thanks to Mega Man 11. That game brought back Mega Man in such a modern light, and while it was brief, it was still impactful, and I want that to be the case with Mega Man Legends 2. I'd say it's time to make Mega Man Legends 3, or tease that out to the public in the near future and give us the fans what we've wanted for over a decade already, and here's hoping also that they continue with that trend of bringing back Mega Man, because I also believe it's time he got a comeback arc too. In fact, the more I've spoken about these games over the years, the more I really want to one day cover them for real, because I believe the more noise we make of this specific Mega Man spin-off series, the more likely Capcom will want to do something for it, Legacy Collections, or maybe again, that fabled Mega Man Legends 3 title. By now, I would have had like a witty comeback of sorts, or at the very least, some final thoughts about the video and topic in question, but considering I do this on an annual basis, there's not really much I can say other than, of course, Capcom, please bring back Mega Man Legends 3. I personally believe it's high time for that. I believe that at the very least, to keep the hype train for Mega Man content going, at least give us a Legacy Collection for Mega Man Legends. I know I've said that so many times already, but it's true. Everybody would want that. And then afterwards, you can give us Mega Man Legends 3, or, you know, a remake of Mega Man Legends if you're not gonna do Legends 3. At the very least, something for Mega Man Legends fans, because we're tired of these little breadcrumbs. Like, we want the whole damn bread, you know, and not just some stupid skin for a dinosaur shooty bang bang game. But on a different note, I just wanted to say thank you guys for 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's incredible how fast we're growing and how consistent we're growing too, so I want to thank you guys so much on that front. And you know, just keep going. Like next goal, 10K, so we can sell shirts and stuff on Teespring or whatever. You know how there's YouTube channels that like to put like a little store at the bottom on each of their videos. I kind of want to do that. You know, it'd be nice to whatever. The point is 10K in the future, and then obviously 100K, so you get the silver play button, and then 1 million. You know the whole gist. Though the only way is up after all. But thank you guys so much on that. And the next time I see you guys, it'll probably be either with Pokemon content, as we're kicking off the Pokemon review marathon after, you know, a year and a half of Pokemon Generation 2 being teased. We got that out in the works. Now I'm working on Pokemon Generation 3. And for Ace Attorney fans like myself, I got Justice for All in the works for you as well. That's gonna be super exciting. It's gonna be so much fun. The content is only gonna get better. So again, thank you guys so much on that. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you all with those in the future and plenty of others out there. Love you all to 120. Stay safe and sexy out there. Peace out and take care. Not gonna lie, that outro was pretty nostalgic. Holy shit.